From the very first moment the lights shimmered across the grand hall and the energy of the royal variety performance lifted into the air like a wave of anticipation, it became clear that this was not going to be just another ceremonial appearance. It was one of those nights when the world pauses to watch a small spark of humanity emerge from behind the regal formality of the monarchy, and on this particular evening Catherine, Princess of Wales, delivered a moment so unexpectedly sincere that it has been echoing across social conversations, news cycles and the hearts of viewers everywhere. There is something universally captivating when a public figure known for poise and elegance suddenly reveals a glimpse of personal emotion, a softness that connects them to everyday families across the globe, and Catherine's sweet confession about her children instantly transformed an already dazzling night into a memory people cannot stop talking about. As the red carpet stretched before her and every camera lens aligned with precision hoping to capture that perfect image, Catherine stepped into the venue radiating grace, but with an undertone of warmth that hinted she was carrying more than routine royal obligations with her. She was carrying the thoughts of her children, their excitement, their curiosity, and their unmistakable pride. The royal variety performance has always been a celebration of artistry, talent and tradition, but on this particular evening it also became a window into the private world of a mother who happens to be one of the most admired women of our time. Her demeanor revealed a balance of royal composure and maternal love, a combination that captured the room long before she even spoke. People in the audience later described how Catherine seemed to take in every detail of the colorful stage, the buzzing atmosphere and the eager performers preparing for their moment. Yet behind that poised smile there was a sparkle, a lightness, as though her children's voices were playing in her mind like a joyful soundtrack. When she greeted the performers and the organizers backstage they felt her warmth instantly. She asked thoughtful questions, admired costumes, and praised performances with admiration that seemed to come not just from a royal duty but from the perspective of someone who truly appreciates creativity and the emotions that fuel it. She exuded the aura of a mother whose children have learned to love the arts through her own encouragement, and in that subtle glow around her presence people sensed the affection she carried from home. But the moment that stunned everyone into an appreciative hush came later in the evening when Catherine shared a delightfully heartfelt confession. As she engaged in conversation about the night's event she admitted that her children had been absolutely buzzing with excitement the moment they heard she would be attending the royal variety performance. She confessed that they had asked her about the show, the performers, and everything that makes the event magical. She revealed that they were fascinated by the idea of watching performances from home and were filled with innocent enthusiasm as they imagined the spectacle unfolding on stage. Her eyes shimmered as she spoke, and suddenly the grand setting of the royal variety performance felt more intimate, more relatable and more emotionally grounded. The confession came gently, almost casually, but it struck a chord so powerful that it rippled across audiences and media outlets alike. What made this revelation so captivating was not simply that the children of a future queen were excited about a show. It was the way Catherine expressed it. There was a softness, a quiet joy in her voice that showed her deep affection for her role as a mother, an affection that thrived even amid the dazzling responsibilities of royal life. Her confession reminded the world that behind every formal address, every regal gown, every carefully orchestrated appearance, there is a mother who smiles at the innocent wonder of her children. It humanized her in a way that defied titles and protocols. It painted a picture of a family that shares laughter and curiosity behind palace walls, a family no different from any other when it comes to cherishing small moments of connection. The audience and viewers around the world felt that sincerity vibrate through the room. You could almost imagine Catherine earlier that day listening to her children's excited questions, laughing with them, and perhaps even sharing stories about what the royal variety performance means. It is easy to picture the children imagining the stage lights, the music, the dancers and the comedians, thrilled to know their mother would be there experiencing it all firsthand. That relatable image of parental love captured everyone's hearts and transformed the evening into something more meaningful than spectacle and ceremony. It became a story about family, wonder and the quiet truths that bond people everywhere regardless of status. Catherine continued her evening with absolute elegance, applauding every act with warmth and acknowledging performers with genuine interest. Observers noted how she seemed reflective at moments as though she was mentally bookmarking details to later share with her children. Her confession had framed her entire appearance with a tender emotional context and every gesture afterward carried that energy. She moved through the venue not just as a royal figure fulfilling a duty but as a mother experiencing a moment she was excited to recount at home. This dual identity, public and private, is part of what has made her such a resonant figure across generations. Many mothers and fathers watching the event described how they related deeply to that feeling of wanting to bring home a little piece of magic for their kids. As the night progressed, performers from across the entertainment spectrum delivered breathtaking showcases of artistry. Yet even in the midst of the lights, music and applause, Catherine's confession about her children remained the emotional anchor of the night. It reminded everyone that behind every public performance there are personal stories unfolding quietly and beautifully. Whenever the camera landed on her, she radiated kindness, attentiveness, and the unmistakable energy of someone carrying her children's excitement in her heart like a treasured keepsake. The way she leaned forward during particularly dazzling acts made viewers smile because it was easy to believe she was already imagining how her children would react when she told them all about it. This particular royal variety performance became a narrative of its own because Catherine's moment was not orchestrated. It was genuine. It was spontaneous. It was the kind of natural warmth audiences crave in a world saturated with polished public images. Her sincerity pierced through the glamour and grounded the evening in authenticity. People admired the performers and the royal presence, but what they talked about afterward was the sweetness of that confession and the way it revealed a tender layer of humanity behind royal duties. Social media lit up with admiration, highlighting how refreshing it was to see such an honest reflection of family life within the royal sphere. As Catherine left the venue later that night, her smile held the glow of someone who had experienced a wholesome mix of public celebration and personal joy. She carried herself with the confidence of a woman who understands the significance of her role but also cherishes the simple moments that come from being a mother. Her confession is still circulating across platforms because it provided a window into that delicate balance. In a world fascinated by royalty, she managed to captivate millions not with grandeur but with a gentle truth about her children's excitement. That single moment became a story of affection, connection, and heartfelt simplicity. And now, as you reflect on this unforgettable evening and the sweet revelation that touched so many hearts, one question remains lingering in the air, ready to spark conversation among viewers everywhere. How does Catherine's heartfelt confession about her children change the way you see moments of warmth within the royal family?